Episode number 29. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello. Say hello. Yeah. You're acting all shy.
Hi, everybody.
Huh? Acting all shy.
Well, it took you 20 times.
Yeah. Welcome back to the KONTAINEROZ podcast. The podcast is sponsored by Port Pro, the leading operating system for drayage carriers. Schedule a demo today at portpro.io. And don't forget to mention KONTAINEROZ.
For the discount.
You probably can't see it, but it's up there for 10% off. The guest today is Miguel Parra. He's the owner and operator of Leilas Transportation.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. Thank you for my treat. He was today years old when he found out that I don't know if I can mention the name. It starts with an M and then ends with Arnold's.
I didn't even know they sold them. I don't drink that.
Strawberry shake. Anyway. So what's up? Share a little about yourself.
A little about myself. So that would be...
Nice t-shirt.
Thank you. My friend hooked me up. Gave me a discount on everything. I've been driving commercially for, I think, over 15 years. I'm not going to even do the math. I'm that tired. My dad was the one that pushed me to get my license. And I was like, you know how when you're younger, you're just like, I don't want to do it. So I just did it just to basically shut him up. Yeah. And then lo and behold, here I am. And I got my own truck. And I've been doing this with my own truck for like about three years, if I'm not mistaken. And it took that long to finally start seeing some kind of profit.
3 years.
The first couple years, dudes, we just breaking even, getting by.
Yeah. So you've been an owner-op from the get-go? Or you started a driver?
Yeah, I drove for different companies. I was in food service. I did car hauling for a year.
Yeah.
Funny thing. Oh, sorry. I know, I forgot about that. Funny thing is, I know Doug's going to see it and probably laugh, but when I first started, literally training, I think it was the first day I was by myself. Mm-hmm. All right. When I was the first day I was by myself, I ended up, I was loading a Mustang on the top deck. Yeah. And I wasn't too good with it's a funny fact. I drive a 13 speed, but I suck at driving manual cars. Okay. Like I'm the sputtering, stalling. But anyways, my foot slipped off the brake and I was giving a little bit of gas and the car just literally rolled, dropped the front wheels and went over the top. Oh, right onto the fifth wheel. Oh, ruined it. Salvaged. Yes, I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you screwed up.
Yeah,
you screwed up.
Totaled that
car. But that's what happened. The car did that.
They sent the car to the auction after that. Brand new Mustang.
That was the first and last day.
No, they didn't fire me. I thought I was gonna go home that day. He's like, no. Well, they still made me deliver it to the dealership. And even when I got to the dealership, like, what happened to the car? I'm like, I don't know, man. They gave it to me like that. Putazón que tiene pinche carro. Damn. But yeah, that's one of the things that I did. A reefer, flatbed. I worked for Lowe's, moving the product, the bricks, pallets of whatever, any merchandise that they have at the store. So I've done a little bit of everything. But as an owner-operator, about 3 years. And I'm enjoying it. I'm finally enjoying it.
As you should.
That probably sounds awful. That guy over there playing with his boogers.
Yeah. As long as it ain't no C word.
Oh, wow.
So how did you end up in trucking?
How did I end up in trucking?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be very honest. I ended up getting fired from Albertsons. Yeah. I had gone to Laughlin. I came back on a Sunday and I didn't want to go to work. I should have just called off. And I was there and I wasn't feeling good, so I took some medicine. And about an hour into the end of the shift, I fell asleep on the forklift. And the supervisor, instead of going and, hey, wait, come on, let's go. He took pictures of me, reported me, and they fired me.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Sleeping on the job. And then from there, I went to a temp job and eventually I ended up applying and I got the job at Lowe's, driving the flatbed. And that's how I started. I worked at Albertsons too. Not for long though, but...
I was at the distribution center. The one in
I was literally in the store bagging the groceries. Yeah. Man, you meet all kinds of assholes, bro. Like especially the older ladies. Mm-hmm. It has to be bagged a certain way. Double bag.
The older ladies?
Yeah, before we could tax them for bags.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm a people person. I love talking to people, but I couldn't do that. That's why I'm not a mechanic. I love working on cars, but if I worked on someone else's car, I get mad. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are your brakes like this? So I can do it.
You work on your truck? No?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I try to do as much as I possibly can just to save some extra money. And then on top of it, I like doing it myself because it's my craft.
Yeah.
It's what I love. You know, I didn't want to be a truck driver, but once I did it for myself, it just is completely different. It's not going and punching in and doing a job, you know, and it's fun. You learn more about it, and the more you learn about it, I think the better you become at your craft. And I don't know, I just enjoy it myself, period.
Yeah. What,
Why am I so nervous? I feel like I'm on a date with you.
No.
I already bought you a drink and everything.
Yeah. And you went to that meeting. Like, we've already chilled a couple times, so that's okay. I'm sure a lot of people feel nervous, like they just don't know how to admit it when they come on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was excited.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go.
Yeah.
Like,
and we're not even streaming. This is gonna be uploaded later. So yeah.
So everybody's like, who the fuck is that dumbass?
Yeah.
Getting
So
up
I could even edit this out, and you'll look like a pro, bro. All the little moments of silence. All the,
Can you like do something for this? Because I'm tired, bro, and I feel like
Nah, just keep looking this way.
Okay,
Don't
cool.
look at them.
All right, cool.
Yeah. But I do think you're tall, man.
I'm only 5'11". I got taller once I lost some weight.
I don't know why.
I did.
It seems like the mic can go a little higher. Let me see. So you can speak into it. Or now I'm blocking you, huh?
I just don't feel comfortable with your hand being that close to my face.
Okay,
With this
yeah.
thing in front of me.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. Thank you.
Let's continue. So what was childhood like?
It made me who I am today. I'm not going to sit here and say I had the best childhood or the hardest childhood. I'm sure there's people that have had it worse than me, but it took me a long time to deal with a lot of things that I didn't deal with or address myself. That's why...
Like dealing with them as an adult?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so you see a lot of things growing up, and some people see more than they're supposed to. And
yeah.
That's why I have anxiety. That's why I'm always like, this is just part of me growing up. And it took me a long time to really understand it, why I went through it, or what I saw in my life, and why I did things the way I did. I made a lot of mistakes, but in those mistakes, I learned a lot about myself. And with that, I became the person who I am, and I'm proud of that. But it wasn't hard. It wasn't easy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I went through it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I came out the other end a better person.
Like, what have you seen or what? Like, that it's made an impact or...
Typical Mexican household, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to say it was always bad. It was good. There was a lot of good moments too, but there was a lot of trying moments, you know, and the stereotypes of how Mexican households are when growing up, and the stigmas and just everything. I'm sure you already know. And
yeah.
I think for me now as an adult with kids, I'm trying to change that. I don't want my kids to grow up how I did.
Did you have both parents involved growing up? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're good people. They're good people. They did the best they could. But I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like it's all negative, but
yeah.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, no judgment here, man. And if you don't feel comfortable sharing, then we can just, move on.
But if it wasn't for my parents, I don't know what the hell I'd be.
Yeah.
Them being tough and strict and work and teaching me my worth ethic makes it easier for me to deal with things on a daily basis, you know? Like I don't get up and go, well, I do. Everybody does actually, but I still do it. I force myself.
I've been doing my daily 10s. Yeah, I called it that.
Elaborate.
You once you wake up, obviously you're already blessed. So that's one. You don't get out of the bed until. Plus, it's a whole warm up process. You know, you got to stretch a little. You kind of, get your thoughts together. And so in the meantime, you could just do all 10 of these. So thankful for life, another chance. Another day, and then look around if you're next to your girl or your child. Thankful for them. Thankful that I can see. You look at the roof. Thankful for that.
Good thing it ain't leaking.
Yeah, until you do all 10 just to get it flowing, Then you get up with like a little perspective shift, So that's all I wanted to share.
That's cool. For me, it's been working out. I was a heavier person.
Yeah.
Back my whole life. And that was because I didn't feel good about myself. So I just ate and wasn't active, I'm not a ugly looking dude, but I always told myself, man, if I get in some kind of shape, at least I'll look half-ass decent. And it took me to work on myself and go through life's events and to really sit down and go, man, I need to change something up, because if I'm not doing things right or things aren't going the right way, what am I doing about it? You get me? So that has helped me a lot, especially with anxiety. It helps me a lot because I've always had anxiety, and it's a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people, it's not that. But look, even right now, I'm just like, it's because it's just a part of me. You know? And me working out helps me get control of it, and it also helps with my thoughts and just my ideas and just it. If I don't work out the rest of the day, I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
You get me? You start feeling it all over again. But that's definitely one that worked out. And then also just listening to positive things, positive messages. Like I like enjoyed it. You know, like people go through Instagram and like, oh, looking at pictures. Yeah, we all do it. But I like seeing those positive feeds, you know. It helps me. It puts me in a better position, and it puts me in a better headspace. So I'm able to make better decisions.
I'm sort of a professional
procrastinator,
motivational meme stealer these days. On my personal account, I started adding a lot of
I know I see
positive
that
memes.
too.
So I don't know how to describe it. In a way, it would seem I'm putting them out to help others, but
it helps you.
The truth is that I'm pretty fucking selfish, I guess, in self-improvement.
Yeah, me too.
So it's a plus that if it basically I put it because it helped me. For, you know, it got my attention, so I share it. Maybe there's someone else that can relate. But it's not like I'm over here, what do they need? What could they possibly want to like?
Because if you think about it,
what would they like? What would they like? They won't even be my fucking personal account then, if that's the case. I just put what I like, what helps me, and if it helps you, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to put negativity for you to feel like shit either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like if you think about it too much, then it's not sincere, and then you don't mean it, and then it's more work.
Yeah.
You're just like, if I had to think about it that much, then it's like, what's the point? You know?
Yeah.
So don't think about it. I like this. I enjoy it, and let's see who else does, and then put it out there and see who else likes it.
Yeah. But I overthink stuff, and I think you do too, huh?
I do, but I don't let it get the best of me.
Because
that's my anxiety. I'm just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And my sister's the same way.
Do you think we have anxiety because we notice too much? Like we're too aware of the surroundings in a way that we like dissect it. Like this could mean that, or they did this, or that means that, or you know what I mean? Or that's too much. It
is too much, but I get to the point where I don't let it drive me crazy, because if I can't control it, if I can't do anything about it, I'm not even gonna worry about it because it's out of my control.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that it took me a long time to realize is I can't control everything. I can't control everything. I can't control people. I can't control what they do. And I'm just going to have to let them do it. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then that's one thing that I really wanted to prepare myself. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go over there. I don't want to talk about negativity. I don't want to bring none of that shit. What I grew up with is part of me. The good, the bad, whatever. But I'm very blessed to have a great family. Yes. My sisters, my dad, my mom, all that stuff. And I'm very happy for them. And I'm very blessed for them and my kids. And I think a lot of people don't know how to step aside from stuff that they go through, where they go, nah, I'm not going to let it go. Yeah. And they feed off of it and they live off of it. And I know so many people, and it's so sad to see people that have the potential to do way more than they're doing because they themselves are stopping themselves. You get me? And the more I'm talking right now, the more comfortable I'm getting. I might take my shirt off or something.
Good. So that's based on them, like the past, right?
Of course.
And it's interesting because I saw this one that I'm going to post later. It said, never be a prisoner of your past.
I have that one on my phone.
It was just a lesson and not a life sentence.
Yes, I have that on my phone, I swear. I have it on my phone.
Just saw this one today, when you were on your way over here.
Is that written on something?
It was written on something, on whatever post I stole it from. I'm a professional motivational
I'm going to look for it later, not right now, but I'm going to show it to you later. You're going to be like, oh, fuck, you do have it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Bro, yeah. All right, so for self-improvement, do you have a book that you recommend? Have you read any books, audio books, or what? No?
Mm-mm. I don't.
Where do you absorb your fuel for self-improvement?
Visual and audio, like if I hear it.
Okay.
That to me is a lot. It resonates more than if I sit there, because if I sit there and read something, it sounds like I feel like I'm doing a chore.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then I'm just kind of like, and I'm forcing myself to do it. Yeah. And I'm not enjoying it as much. Yeah, you still enjoy it once you're done, but just having to sit there and,
Yeah. Would that be maybe ADHD or something? Or ADD?
I don't know. You could diagnose me after this. I don't
know. I need to get diagnosed myself.
I think we all do.
Because I read and then I have to read over and over again. Like I read and I forgot what I read. I feel like, you know what I mean?
It's a form of ADHD.
So it'll take me longer to read a book than most people. But
I can't tell you the last time I read a book, to be honest.
Well, they say you're supposed to read a book more than once to get the full understanding, you know, absorb it. So I normally do it just once, so I'm going to practice that.
That's good.
Back to when you mentioned your parents taught you ethics and all that, work ethic. Do you remember something that contributed to your work ethic teachings or whatever?
Growing up, I was on my dad's hip. Like if he tripped on something, it was because I was in front of him.
Yeah.
So I was always with him. So even since I was little, dude, I would always go with him. And he's a truck driver, but he's worked construction his whole life. And I would always go with him. Yeah. During the summers, it was always my favorite time when I'd go work with him. It wasn't just because of the fact that he would pay me at the end of the day, which of course is fun, you know, going back to school and you're like, oh, I got all this cool stuff. And you're like, oh, your parents gave it to you. Like, no, I worked for it. And like, yeah, whatever. But just his motivation just to keep working, you know, and I grew up around it and I fed off of it.
So you had to earn all your stuff?
For the most part, but we were very lucky. We were very blessed. My dad bought me my first car, so yeah, my dad bought me my first car. Yeah, but I did have to work for it. I mean, it beat the crap out the car, but I loved it, you know. And that was something that was really cool, and I hope I get to do that to my kids someday. And I think that's just a great experience. So I'm very lucky. I am very blessed to have the parents that I did and grow up and have that drive like him, you know, because I could do anything. I choose to be a truck driver. You get me? That's what I like. I'm not going to force myself to do something or be in a career where I'm doing something for someone else, but it's not what I love. You get me? And that makes doing this easier. And it also bothers me more because this is my craft. So when we have the issues in the ports and bad situations or interactions, it bothers me more because it's like, this isn't just the job that I do. This is me. This is my business. You get me? So I take it more personal.
But if you were not trucking, then what would you do?
Trucking.
No, let's say you couldn't for whatever reason.
What would I really like to do? I think you kind of saw it when we went to that meeting. Yeah. I like that.
You like that feeling?
I like that. Yes. The learning the ins and outs of it. Not just, the ports because of this, the ports. No, it's just every time you tell me all the information, like the information about Harry Bridges and all that other stuff you told me when we talked, I feed off of it. I'm like, dude, that's just dope. Like I love the history of things. You get me? Like especially like nautical Navy ships. I love that stuff. Especially like when I go out to like the Fisherman's Wharf, like in San Francisco, where they have all the old docks and all that stuff. Like to me, I would love to see what was going on back in the days when those businesses or ports were thriving. Like I love seeing stuff like that. Yeah, you get me? Like older pictures. That to me is dope. Like the past
you'll love those books I got right there.
Now you gotta read it though.
No, they got a lot of pictures. You'll be okay.
No, but to me, the information is awesome, dude. The more you know, the more tools you have to your arsenal, you know?
Yeah, your knowledge is the ammo.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I smell bullshit. You know? So, at the moment, or who inspires you to do better and why?
Who inspires me to do better?
Yeah.
My kids.
Your kids?
Because I want them, as a parent, you want to give them everything.
Yeah.
Not just materialistic, just the love. And that's what I want to give my kids. I could buy them whatever the heck they want, but you can't replace the love that your parents give you. I mean, that to me is the most important thing. And that's why I bust my ass and that's why I do what I do is for them. Because whatever we have here, this room, this house, this shirt, the phone, whatever, none of this stuff's going to matter. It's going to be for them. You get me? So when I had my house, before I sold it, I had told my daughter, and I told her, look, I was like, I'm borrowing all this. None of this shit means anything to me. I was like, this is going to be for you when I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's what and I want to make it, I want to make it as easy as possible for them to be a good person. Not easy as possible where financially they're good, you know. I want them to be rich with information and knowledge and love. You get me? I want them to be, if I find out my kids are a bunch of jackasses, I'm like, oh, I'm be so disappointed. I'm like, hey, you know what, your son's an asshole. Well, I didn't teach him that, you know? I think that's the biggest tool that you can give a kid is love. Just love them. Let them be themselves. That's why the whole Leilas Transportation thing to me is it's in here, you know?
Yeah.
Like I love that. That's what people, when you told me that, it tripped me out because I'm like, is it really that? What are they thinking? Like,
oh, you're jumping ahead.
Okay, cool. So you want to wait on that?
Yeah,
okay, cool. Well, we'll wait on that. So
I know where you're going.
But that's what I would love for them, is just for them to have that.
But you know what? We're already there. So that one was about.
Damn, we're gonna knock this out quick, huh?
Because I've been when you post your stories and you tag me and it has your name of your company, and it also has the
flag.
The flag. The what's the acronym for
Pride?
Huh?
Pride.
The Pride flag. So the guys would ask like, what's up with him? As far as like, they're curious if you're gay or not. No. You know.
I haven't found a guy that I like that much that I'm gonna switch teams. I mean,
only
you
one
cute
that
and
you,
shit, but this was the.
He's hitting on me, man.
I bought your strawberry shit. You look at it and come in here, flowers. I thought about that, but I'm like, nah, it's a little too much. But no, that.
Can I still finish the shake if I decline?
Careful. No, but that to me was, I wanted to do something when I was thinking of my company name and everything. I didn't want to just be about me, because to me that'd be selfish. I wanted to do something where everyone knew, like, oh, okay, this is what it's about, and it's about my daughter. Yeah. This is before my son was born. So the name, obviously, Leila, that's her name. Leilas Transportation. The truck number is actually 1911. People think because of the gun. I'm like, no, it's January 9th, 2011.
Oh.
And the rainbow is because that's how she identifies.
Okay.
That's her orientation. That's her get down. And to me, that's dope. I don't do what you're gonna do. And she told us at a really young age, which a lot of people, naysayers, I don't care.
How old is she now?
11.
She
told us a couple years ago, to be honest. She's like about, I'll say 8, if I'm not mistaken. Don't get me wrong. I don't remember the exact dates, but she told us. She had a conversation with her mom and I was just like, hey, that's what's up. If that's what you want to be and that's how you feel, let's fucking do it. So I took that and I ran with it, because I want her to be like, my dad is proud of me. And that's why I do what I do every day, and I put my flags and everything, because I'm proud for her. Oh my God. You have no idea how much. You
kind of pick up the heat that community picks up sometimes.
I was just going to get to that.
And that helps you.
Like, I respect everybody. I have family members who are also like, their orientation is also like that too. And sorry, I'm not gonna. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but
it's out of the closet disrespectful.
To some people, yeah.
Oh, okay.
To some people, to me, I don't care. As long as it's not directed at her, we're good. I don't have to throw nothing at nobody. But where was I going with it? I've caught heat, dude. I've had grown people flip me off, flip viejito. I don't know if I could do that here. Yeah. But I was just like, I looked at him and I laughed, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Old man. Iba manejando, he was driving by in his car by himself, just, fuck you. And I was like, I laughed, and then I said, oh no. I rolled my windows down and I was outside. I look like Vin Diesel in the movie, hanging out there, like, you too, motherfucker. You gave me like, I was like, nah, you're not going to do that. Yeah. I didn't stand for it. And I've gotten that ass too. And I'm just like, people are ignorant when it comes to that. There's a lot of ignorance behind it, and a lot of, oh, if you have that, you like guys, or hey, if you like that, you like girls. Like, dude, who gives a shit? What is it to you? It's not. My daughter is only 11 years old, and she knows who she is.
Yeah.
There's people my age and older than us that are insecure about stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you ask me, my daughter has a bigger pair of cojones than a lot of men that I know.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of strength to do that. So to me, that's why I run with it. It means a lot to me. You get me? For her at her age to feel comfortable telling her parents that at that age is dope as fuck to me. That meant everything to me, because I'm like, I wish I was that kid. I wish I had her strength and her resilience. And that tells me, as parents, her mom and I, we're doing something right. You know, and that I have her up here, dude. Like, she's up there.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to bring her. You didn't let her come, though.
What?
Just kidding. She's outside.
You better clarify.
Nah, she's outside. She's gonna be
You're
throwing
gonna cancel
down
the show, man.
Nah, but
she's gonna decorate this table. She's very artistic, from what I hear. So we're gonna bless the table with some artwork.
I was looking forward to the first. But as soon as you told me about it, I immediately was like, "Hey, you want to go with me?" She goes, "Yeah, okay,
yeah,
let's go."
Well, forgive my ignorance. I might say, because what I ask is just curiosity, right? Have you ever been maybe in an argument with someone that brought it up? Like, well, what makes you think that someone at that age can make that big of a decision? Like, how do you? Some kids, even when it comes to a custody battle, they let, like, you know what I mean? There's other stuff where they allow the adult to decide for them. But how does one know their sexuality at such a young age? Is there, I'm no scientist, but is there some kind of development going on that it's...
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I have no idea. To me, it's just, as long as you're comfortable and as long as you're happy with it, run with it. If you're not doing what you love and you're not doing what is really who you are or what you're about, then don't do it. Don't waste your energy because you're not being true to yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I get a lot of people that ask me the dumbest things. And I'm just like, yeah, I am. I do like guys. No, I don't. That's my daughter. It's my truck is a representation of what I'm proudest of. And that's my daughter.
Yeah.
You get me? That I did it for her. And I'm actually thinking of doing a lot of other cool things too. But yeah, it's just crazy. And to me, I was like, you know what? It took a lot of courage for me to do it, knowing the industry that we're in, that's male dominated, that is so stereotypical, that is so ignorant when it comes to certain things, that even as far as sexuality, I think that's to me is crazy. Like you could give a man a compliment and be like, hey dude, hey, you look good. Doesn't mean I want to sleep with you. I mean, you know, that little anchor thing, but doesn't mean I want to tear your clothes off. We have to turn it off first.
I feel unsafe.
but that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous doing it, but then I said, you know what? Fuck that. I was like, why am I nervous? I'm 36. I'm about to be 37. Why am I nervous about putting a rainbow flag on the back of my semi? Why am I trying to find the word. Why am I nervous about it when I don't know anybody here? My daughter had no problem because she had the confidence, more confidence than I did, to tell us who she really is. Yeah. So I was like, nah, there's no excuse. That to me made me say, you know what? If she's strong enough to do this and think about it and be like, hey, I identify as a refrigerator. Go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah.
As long as you're yourself, that's all I want. That's all I want. And I think any parent wants that. And I think that's something that it's hard for me to deal with when I see people telling little kids, hey, no hagas esto. Not just because they're doing something or like acting out, but making them feel uncomfortable about what they do themselves. You hear me? That to me, I'm just like, why are you going to do that to a kid?
Yeah. I'm just curious if that won't be like, there's like habitual, or what would I say? Not conditioning, but based on how you're brought up, you could adopt that, no? But then when I spoke with Bianca, she came out of the closet and she shared her story in the episode, and she said that when you just are, like no one's gonna make you. So that answered my question, but I'm gonna ask you anyways. It was like you don't think that you tell them so much, you're this, and then they're like, what if they wouldn't have been? And now the more they bought into that, they're like, that's what I gotta be. Think of it like a father putting down, you're gonna be a soccer player when you grow up. You're gonna, and that kid grows up with that. So he grows up and now he identifies with that because that's all he's known. That's all he's been told he's gonna be. He never gave himself a chance to see what he really wanted to be. Yeah. But that doesn't work with sexuality, you feel?
And I'm gonna go into that a little bit where,
and let's say last minute she's like, you know what, after all I don't really think
I've had people tell me that and I'm like, okay. Oh well, yeah, okay, well, that's good.
So this is her now and you're supporting that now.
She can do whatever she wants. Yeah, she could do whatever she wants. I feel like the more you tell kids not to do something so going back to what you're saying, where reinforcement could be positive and it could be negative
too.
That's
my point. my point. You discussed it and you're done with it. Now it's like, just like you not asking me if I'm straight or not. Like it's out there.
I know that you're not.
You know? Yeah. Okay. It's out there, right? And it's not something that you talk about every day. So like you're not every day asking her like, how do you feel today?
No, because
are you still that today?
Yeah, because then that brings insecurities, and then it makes it seem like, well, why are you still asking me about it?
So you just discuss it, move forward.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
that's it.
Keep it going. And okay, back to what we were saying, that the reinforcement, be it positive or negative reinforcement, I think we've all done it. No, I'm sorry, not all done it. I think we've all heard it and everything. And you know how they say it's because they're old school. No, that if you tell me, they're that way because they're fuck all that shit, man. They're that way because they're dumb as shit and they're fucking ignorant. Don't give me that, because they're old school, that's why they don't believe in gay people or anything like that. Dude, no, that's just ignorance. I don't like that. When people tell me, it's because they're like that, I don't care. If someone really wants to change, they're going to do that shit. So when you tell someone, and that's what I meant by the reinforcement, is if you grow up and your parents or whatever, not just my situation, I'm talking about just in general. If you're growing up and you're telling your kids, que pendejo eres, vales pura verga, and for the people that don't know that Spanish, that means that you're an idiot, you're not going to be with shit. Mm-hmm. Back to the stereotype. Yeah. That's how they grew up. That's how they're old school. Nah, you doing that, all that's going to do is mess that kid up.
Yeah.
I grew up with some of that myself, and I'll share that much, but
same.
That fucks with you.
That follows with you.
That actually engraves into your head, and then that becomes that becomes an obstacle, because now you have to overcome the fact that someone for so many years told you that you're not going to amount to nothing, you're going to do this, and it's not because you're not. It's because they're upset because they couldn't teach you something, right? So they're getting mad at you and taking it out on you. They're just mad because, hey, I don't know how to be a good parent to teach my kid not to do something stupid. So now you're telling him, you're not worth the shit.
It's like,
you're not worth the shit.
Yeah, but thank God he wasn't gay. But
exactly.
But at least I fucked up his self-esteem.
And now I'm calming down, but I'm getting more upset.
He's a straight but anxious man. Yeah,
don't do that to kids, dude. When you tell kids that, and I hear it every day, I'm gonna say it. My neighbors, my God, I hear that, and I'm just sitting here like,
yeah.
You told Timmy he's a what?
Mm-hmm.
I hear it, and it's just like, dude, I grew up with that. I don't do that to my kids.
Mm.
I don't, because you're not helping them. You're slowing them down. You're kicking them while they're down. You're not instilling that strength in them. You're taking that shit away from them. You get me?
Yeah, they're a mini you, and I mean, that one kind of got me because I'm a little like strict with my older son, right? Mm-hmm. Me and him were the ones that clash all the time. Like I need to work on my patience with him. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like I had an experience that I don't want to share yet, but it kind of made me see it different now. So I'm really trying really hard because it's a cycle. Like, it's up to us to end it. You know, and it's easy here. I come on here and talk all peaceful, but you know, like I lose my shit sometimes too. You know, so
that's funny you say that. You know what the hardest thing is?
But it bugs me. It bugs me for a reason, because there must be something there I can work on. You know?
Yeah.
But I know I love them all. You know, like it's just something in there. You know, like se te sale. I don't know if it's machismo or what. Like, hey, I thought I told you this, or like the way you know, like. Yeah. Then you get this, like, because they didn't do it, you feel like now you're bringing yourself down to the level of a child. Like, like they're not challenging you. They're just being kids. Yeah. You know, I forget he's a kid. Yeah. You know, I expect too much of him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, how about I be great first and then I can go. Exactly. In a way, that's bullying. Exactly. It's like, am I that great? Like, you know, like how about let me be the best I can be, and then I can be like, this is why. For example, I don't make my bed, but let's say I make my bed. I can't have him make his bed. Yeah. And mine is all fucked up.
Yeah, you gotta lead by example.
So, yeah. It's that traditional shit, man. Like, I'm triggered by, like, yells, you know? Like, my household was always screaming. That shit annoys me.
I hate that. I get anxiety really fast. Yeah. And that's what does it for me the most.
Yeah.
Back to what you were saying, that we have to be the ones that change things, right? Back to what I was saying is, that's how they grew up and all that shit. The generational, the fact that those kind of oh my God, I lost the word. Beliefs and mindsets and traditions and all that stuff. The fact that it continues for so long, I see it now because I'm doing it myself.
It's because hurt people hurt people.
Exactly, and hurt people are not strong enough to do the work because they don't want to. Because it's just easier to just go.
Victim.
The hardest thing to do in life, to me, my opinion, is to apologize for something that you did, and to own up for it, and to try to fix it. I think that's the hardest thing we could do. It's very easy to make mistakes because we've all done it. I'm not perfect. I know a lot of people are probably watching it. Well, when they watch it, they're gonna be like, yeah, I know. I don't care what you people think. The mistakes that I've done in my life, I've learned from them, and I've chosen to do better and make better decisions.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing to do is to work on it. And the generational way that we've been raised is fucked up because no one wants to do the work. Mm-hmm. So why is it always, oh man, we gotta be, yeah, we do. You know what? It's hard. That's why no one wanted to do it before me. I don't want my kids to grow up the way they did, and I'm doing it already because I don't want them to see what I saw and grow up how other people grow up. And it's fucking hard, and I can see why people don't do the work. So it's just easy to continue that. And dude, that shit, oh my God, when I hear people talking like that to kids, I'm just like, it's draining to hear it, and I could just feel it, like how the energy that comes out of you is so dark and so negative. It's just like, why are you saying that to them? You're just fucking them up. You're doing the same thing they did to you.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing to do is what you just said, is where you go, you know what? Okay. I took a second. I got my thoughts together. Let's go. Mm-hmm. That's hard. That's hard. It's just easier to run with your emotions.
And sometimes apologizing is not even hard. What's hard is apologizing and...
Sincerely.
And no. Yeah, but apologizing and being able to be at peace if your apology is not accepted, and not like reacting if it's not accepted.
Yep.
Like, I apologize for that. Do you accept my apology? Nah. Oh, well, fuck you. You know, it's like, it wasn't sincere then.
As long as you go, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, let's see what we can do about it. And if they don't accept it, fuck it, don't let that. Don't let that
do an unconditional apology. Like, just, that's
because
it.
if you
I
meant
want
it
nothing from you.
Yes, because if you meant it sincerely and they didn't like it, oh well, at least you meant it, and all right, cool. What can we do now?
Yeah.
All right, so what are we talking about now?
Gather your thoughts. Anything you want to add to that?
Nah.
So with that being said, now you're comfortable. If you could be friends with gay men, you would.
Oh, I think, you know what? I enjoy talking to people of any orientation, sex, gender, more than I do people who are insecure about their sexualities. I enjoy the conversations with them more because they're, who you see is what you see is what you get with them.
Yeah.
They're upfront, they're honest, and if you can't accept that, then that's on you. But I enjoy talking to them more because I feel like they have everything on the table. You get me? That's a big thing. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of balls, bro, to fucking come out and be who you really are. And if I was, I would have done it already because that little girl gave me the strength, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But you ain't that cute. Maybe before the anchor, but no, it's just crazy to me, dude. It's just, I don't know. I just do my thing at a different, by a different beat, and I love it. I'm enjoying every second of it, to be very honest.
Well, that's a good example to set, and I'm sure she's proud to have you as a father.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You know?
I try.
Have you, anything else you want to add to that? Any other crazy experiences with that flag before we move on?
I mean, other than almost getting in fights, yeah, that's it. To be very honest, and a lot of people don't really.
Well, about that, then why?
A lot of people don't even really talk about it because they get uncomfortable.
Why do you get triggered? Imagine
ignorance.
Ignorance. But imagine if
is my trigger. Like, you dumb.
Yeah.
I call them mouth breathers.
Yeah.
Anyone that knows me, when I say a mouth breather, they're just like,
I gained some weight, but
I said mouth breather.
Yeah. Never mind.
I meant by like mentals, like just people of ignorance.
But imagine everyone that is upset about that flag. Now you're upset with them.
Yeah, but then that
faded away. Is that at first, or right now you still get triggered?
I mean, unless they're gonna say something to me, Yeah, then we're gonna have a problem. But if they say something, 9 times out of 10, I don't really care, because I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't do shit for me.
You've been through enough of them already.
Yeah. But to me, it's just like, I have to think about it from my daughter's point of view. Is if she's had situations where people have made fun of her. Kids are assholes.
Yeah. Also, that what triggers you because you feel like that could be happening to her.
Oh yeah, no, I know it does. I know it does, and that hurts because I want to go kick those little kids in the face.
Yeah.
Like if I could walk, motherfucker, kick the shit, I will do it.
Allegedly.
I will kick your kid in the head. Don't fuck with my kid. But no, the fact that I can't, I feel defenseless because the moments that it has, I'm just like, I don't blame the kid. I blame the parent. And that goes back to the conditioning and how we grew up. Just some people are mouth breathers. Some people are stupid as hell.
And peer pressure, because there might be a kid that has good intentions, but he hangs around with a kid that got influenced by the bad parent. And now that kid wants to fit in with his friend, which was influenced by the bad parent. So and that happens a lot in middle school and, elementary.
With friendships, too. Yeah. Like little kids amongst their friends.
Yeah, they switch up on you over, like, being favored, One
thing I was going to bring up was... growing up, I would have friends, like groups of friends through different. I would have groups of friends through different phases in my life. Yeah. And
you mean like emo phase, rockero phase,
no, I never
gangster
did none of that
phase?
Stuff. I never did that stuff.
Raver.
I was into cars, working on sound systems, all that stuff. That's why all my cars are. I do little things. I enjoy doing it myself, but I would always end up switching friends. This is selfish of me to say, and it's kind of fucked up, but it's true. After certain amounts of time, even with work, I'm the same way. Not before, not now, but before. I'm talking about like company jobs. Yeah. Once I got to the point where that situation, be it a friendship or be it a job, once I felt like that's all I'm gonna get from it, is when I would either leave that job because I don't like being capped. Does that make sense? I don't like a ceiling on me. Like I like, what else can I do? Where else can I progress? Where else is there growth? Same thing with with friendships and with jobs is once I got to that point, I was just like, I'm capped out. I'm not going to make any more money. I'm not going to move up. And
stay comfortable for the sake of staying with the friends. So if there's a gap, they either follow or they stay.
Yeah, because you know how they say surround yourself with people, with like-minded people. If you hang around with a bunch of dumbasses and people who aren't doing shit with their lives, guess what? I don't think you're going to be the CEO of any company anytime soon.
It might rub off on you.
It might. So I would always get to the point where if they're doing things and I would just be like, you know what? All right, let's go.
All right,
I would still say hi out of respect and everything, but there's certain friendships that they're just friendships and that's it. Like I'm not going to eat with you. Yeah. I'm not going to give you my time because I could find a million things to do with my time. I would rather be with my kids. I'd rather be working out. I'd rather be working on my truck, doing something that I feel like is worth my time. So once I got to the point with relationships and work, I was out. And it's kind of messed up because I don't have a lot of high school friends and this and that. The ones I do, they're on my social media. Yeah. The people who I want to see my life and share my life with, they're there. They know. We don't always have to talk. We don't always have to this, but they're there. You get me? I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I thought about that. I'm just like, oh man. I was like, I don't really have a lot of high school friends. I know people that, oh my God, my friend from this. I'm just like, you're still running with those fucking people. Like, I don't know. I see progression and I go with it.
Yeah, you wouldn't say you're a loner though, right?
I like being alone.
You kind of choose to be a loner?
I
find comfort in that. Like, I feel like a lot of people are fake. So
I recently
and
found
I hate when I start to see the fakeness, and then it just kind of, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but it's just like, why do I even bother? Like, fuck everyone. Con todo respeto.
I'm good at that. I'm good at like,
it's, you know what I mean?
If I see someone and I interact with them, I'll know right away. Like, am I gonna entertain this friendship or whatever it is? Yeah. Or I'm be like, all right, cool, psst, gotta go. Like,
or if it comes on like too strong, that's like not that it's a relationship like romantic, but if it comes on too strong, it's also like, for some reason, it's a red flag for me, And I wonder if that's like me blocking myself, or if they really do want to be friends, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I just that fucked, that I just push people away? It's like, I'm lonely, but then people come, no, get away. It's like, what do you want, bro?
Yeah.
Make up your mind.
I found it in myself when I was talking to my cousin, where before I used to wake up and immediately I was calling my friends and this and that, and I was always interested in what they were doing and this and and when I finally found myself in a situation where just like, you know what, I need to work on myself, and I did, and I found that I don't rely on that as much anymore because I was entertaining their lies and this, that, and the other, and I was avoiding things that was going on at my house.
Yeah.
And that was one of the big reasons with me being overweight, and I wasn't a really big dude, but I was unhealthy, and I really thought about stuff, and I was just like, you know what? You told me not to do that. I was just like, I need to do something different. Strike two. And I don't do it as much anymore, and I focus a lot more on myself. So I'm a little bit of a loner. Like when I work at night, I'll talk to a small group of people, like one or two people. And when I wake up, I work out. I text who I got to text, and that's it. I just work out and then go to work. I won't talk to anybody until like 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I won't hear you. And then like social media, like messaging you or goofing off. But other than that, like most of the day, I'm just in my own mind. Yeah. Before, my mind used to be a dark place. When you're in your mind, especially if you're not in a good situation, it's the worst place to do. It's the worst place to be. I think
your thoughts are like the shades you wear for the day. So like you have the negative thoughts, you put those on. That's how you see everything.
That's how you see everything, and you feed off of it.
Yeah. Just knowing it is not enough though. Like sometimes, even though you know that stuff, it's still hard to practice it. It's like we're stubborn. Like, I just want to be stuck in this little shell. I don't want to go out.
It's so much easier to fall into a rut than it is to get out of it.
Yeah.
Because it takes work to get out of that. It's like you could dig a hole and get into it, but if you got to get yourself out, it's going to be the other way around, and it's so much harder. But you know what? It's so much more rewarding.
It's worth it if you push yourself. Yeah. Even going out for a drive, something random, just get out of the norm. You know.
And I've been working a lot on myself, and I'm really happy with how things are. When I dropped you off after that meeting, and I told you I need some shirts, I wasn't kidding. Like I'm in between sizes, so I used to wear 2X, and now this is the XL. Yeah. And this one fits me big too, and I'm enjoying it. It makes me feel better.
Yeah. Happy for you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm trying not to be a piece of shit for the rest of my life.
Have silent battles we go through.
So. You know what? It's true. There's a lot of people, and that's why
especially amongst men, it's like not really that norm yet. To speak out. It's seen like a weakness.
It's seen as a weakness, and if you reach out to try to help someone, it's like, oh, let him do it. He's a man. We all need help. Yeah. We all need help. I do a lot of things that I don't publicize, that I don't, unless you know me. You'll know the things that I do. I just do things out of, if I see a situation, someone crossing the street, I'll get out. People that know me know I do stuff like that. But I don't go advertising it. I don't need attention. I don't need none of that. I'm cool with myself. And if I know I did something to try to help somebody else, hey, that's all that matters. I don't need a post. I used to follow this chick that I knew for years. And there was never anything romantic or nothing. But the day I started unfollowing her was the day that she went and posted that she went and gave these people all these food, and she started crying and this, and I'm just like, what the you had to post it. You had to talk about it.
Awareness.
No, there could be awareness,
perspective, because a lot of people do it because it's like, for example, like, why did that bother you? But maybe
the fact that you have to sit there and the fact that you need attention for it. I feel like if you're doing something like I said, if you're doing something,
but she got attention, but she's doing something good.
Yeah,
not like advertising her OnlyFans.
So would you do it if you didn't? Would you still do it if you weren't going to get recognition?
No.
There you go. No, there's a lot of people that don't see it. There's a lot of people that don't see it that way. There's a lot of people that will do something because there's going to be something that they're going to get out of it. Even if it's to be honest,
like the stuff that I do in secret feels a lot better than the stuff.
Exactly. You know? So, see, I didn't bang on the table. Exactly. And I love that. That to me is. just the fact that you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart and you don't need someone else's attention to go, hey man, thanks, we appreciate you. That to me means a lot, dude. It's just you being just a good person.
Yeah,
you should never do something for attention.
That one's, you know,
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I see it.
Because I see it both ways. So, because I've done both, you know. But that's why I said the one that was in private felt a little more like.
Yeah, it's a little bit more meaningful, you know.
At the end of the day, the good deed was done, but it's all perspective, I guess. You know, because there's a lot of negativity being shared as well. But how come no one is like, oh, like, why would you post that negative stuff? Like all the negative stuff, the drama, people soak it up. And if it's something good, sometimes people get bothered. I don't know. People are never happy, man.
Yeah, and
can't please everyone.
Exactly. And I started unfollowing a lot of people that I used to follow before, and I'd be like, oh, this, that, and the other.
They could be like, whoa, why do you gotta show pride then? You know, like if you know you are, like why do you gotta show it? Like just keep it to yourself.
Because I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Nah, there you go. That's the best answer.
Exactly. If you're not doing what you want and what you love, then what are you doing it for?
Go and follow her back, man. She was doing what she wanted, bro.
Oh, fuck. I gotta
blocked.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know, but that's just me, my opinion, you know.
Any hardships that you've been through? That's kind of.
Which one?
Anyone that you want to share?
Let me see. Yeah, actually, yeah. It's funny. My cousin and I were talking about it. Since we got our trucks back in 2018, struggling from the get-go. Yeah, I poured all my money into it. I had my house at that time, and from the start, it's just when we started, everything was just slowly deteriorating. We started over the road. I'm not gonna lie. I was stuck sometimes for 4 or 5 days without a load at truck stops.
Why?
Because there was no loads. There were no loads, or the ones that they did I wasn't even breaking even. That was 2019. So I got off over the road because I was having problems at home and financial problems. Obviously, I was saying, "Oh man, I'm making this much," but I was just like, "Fuck, dude!" I was like, "It's all gone." A lot of people will go, "Oh man, you can make all this kind of money over the road and this and that." Well, it's not always true because you only see the money, but you don't see the time invested. This is my opinion. If people don't like it, I don't care. When you get into that truck, you're working. Even if you're sleeping, you're still in the truck. You're not done working until you get out of that truck and into your car, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
So if you're driving teams or even over the road, the way I see it is you work until you get back. So all those hours that you were gone, people don't take into consideration. I'm like, you have to add those into your hours worked.
The resets and all that?
All of it.
All the time you're gone.
You're still in the truck.
Yeah.
You're working. So if you're telling me if you're in the truck and something happens to the truck, you're not going to get out and fix it or go look? You're working. Asleep or not. And I took that into consideration versus the amount of time that I was spending over the road versus what I was making. And I did the hourly. And I was like at 12, 13, 14 bucks an hour. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm never home. Now, since I'm working in the ports, which is what I did after I struggled over the road, is I came to the ports and it was pretty good. It wasn't because I wasn't working enough or anything. It was just because work really got slow right before COVID. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was coming to the road to the yard where I was working at, and I would spend a couple of days in the truck because I didn't want to drive back up empty-handed. I got to the point where this is the crazy thing. I had to make a decision because I couldn't afford to run my truck and I couldn't afford my mortgage. So I ended up letting the truck go. I gave it to a friend at the time. Fuck him.
Yeah.
If he watches it, fuck. Can I say it?
No names.
Yeah, you know who you are, fuck you. I gave him the truck. He gave me a down payment. He took over the payments. I was always chasing after him. It wasn't a good experience. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not gonna dwell on it anymore. It wasn't a good experience. So I ended up going and getting the truck back, and I got it back in May of last year. And then I had to basically rebuild it. He trashed it.
Was he making payments during that?
He
time?
was.
Yeah.
He was making payments on it. So there's another one. He
just didn't take care of it.
He wasn't. I was chasing him for the payments, and there was certain things that we agreed on. We never got anything on writing. He didn't do all that stuff. So when I got fed up, I was like, hey, I need to go get the truck. I gave to avoid going to court and all that stuff, because obviously there's expenses. I gave him his deposit back. I said, you know what, fuck it. A lot of people were like, oh, don't give him shit, this and that. It's my truck. Do whatever the fuck you want. If I'm gonna save myself money in legal fees and get my keys and get the fuck out of there, I did. But to come to find out, this is the part that pissed me off, and it was my fault too. I take blame for it because I should have done a little bit more, but I didn't. He never paid the tags. He never paid the tags. So when I went to go register the truck, got almost $5,000.
Yeah.
And then they punished me. They said, oh, it was about 4,500, whatever. And then the DMV punished me. This was back in May last year. So once I found out he never paid the tags back in August of the year before that, I had to pay all that and this year's and that year's. And I only got my registration from May to August. And then in August, I had to pay him again.
Fucked up.
Yep. So I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that guy. But anyways.
Now you should have kept your deposit then.
Hey, you know what? I sleep good at night. Whatever. It's just money. But, and I remember the stories that Thomas was telling. I'm just like, yeah, I can't even cry because he's took a lot more, and, you know, he still took it in stride, and he's doing good for himself. So,
yeah.
What's up, Thomas? What's up, Ricky?
Yeah.
Once I got the truck back, dude, I went hard. I did as much work as I possibly could on my own. And
it's the same truck you have right now?
The
one that you went through all that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got it going. I got my own authority. That's what was hindering me the first time. Not getting my authority and my permits from the get-go was what screwed me over, because when you run on someone's authority, you're stuck with them. You're stuck. Yeah, and if shit hits the fan, guess what? It's going to hit you in the face. And that's what happened.
You're stuck there.
So...
especially if they're providing you the insurance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's where you eat from. So once I got my truck back, I went and got my own authority and everything is under her not her name legally, but it's in her company name, and it's been good. I have more opportunities now. You know, the truck's doing good. The only real problem right now is the fucking fuel, dude. That's just ridiculous. Last Tuesday, $5.49 at the Noil on the 710 in Anaheim. The next day, $1 higher per gallon. Why? I don't know where the regulation is at, dude. Like, this state has a luxury tax, and I can hate it, and I want to leave this state. It's too expensive. The quality the life that I want in this state, I can't afford. Even with what we make, I can't afford it because of the luxury tax that there is here.
What do you
it's
mean?
Not because things are worth more here. It's just because of the.
Oh, that's what you mean by luxury tax? Is that a thing?
I feel like
that's what you call it?
That's what I call it.
Okay.
I feel like there's a luxury tax in California just because of mountains and just because of beaches and just because of little shit that a lot of people don't even get to enjoy on a daily basis.
Yeah.
We have to pay more. The truck that I bought, or anything that you buy here, you could buy in Arizona. Same thing, same quality, but it's more expensive here. Why? No, but no, I can't seem to find out why. Who's the one that dictates the prices of the fuel?
Well, I don't know too much about that, to be honest, but we just react. We just end up reacting. We don't really...
Dude, it's like getting bent over and you got to take it. There's nothing you can do. Either you're going to work or you're not going to work. I mean, that's like some mafia mentality, dude.
Well, they're saying they're going to stop on April 1st, but I'm thinking like...
Who's really going to stop? Who could really afford to stop?
And why wait till then if it's so bad now?
I can afford.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably can, but I got different plans. I'll talk to you about it after.
Okay, cool.
But it's just ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous for no apparent reason.
Have the rates gone up? Do you think it's like a ripple effect? Like you got to communicate with the company you haul for, and then they got to run it back to their customer? How does it work? How fast can that happen? Or is not? Or right now everybody's eating it because
everybody's eating it.
Yeah, dude. It's too soon to be like, we want to race, dude. Because this happened overnight. It feels like
it did. But everybody's so selfish, and there's no It's just a bunch of eyes.
Yeah.
Everywhere. That's what makes the ports hard. It's just a bunch of eyes. Eyes and me's. Mm-hmm. So that's all you care about is I care about myself and that's it. I care about me. There's no unity, dude. How many times have we talked about it and they never do anything? I give props to the Canadians, man. They did that. They got it and they really did it. How many times don't you see on social media where, oh, let's stop this and stop. Do it. Do it. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to do it. Everybody's too chicken shit to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
What could be the solution then?
Shit. I mean, if you're gonna do something, fucking do it. That's my mentality. When I say, even in any aspect of my life, when I say, man, you know what, I could do this. I always end up doing it, and I love it. Mm-hmm. But I think we should all do the same thing. If you're gonna protest and you're gonna do this, do it. What's stopping you? Look what you're doing.
You gotta know what you want, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah. It seems to be that what we do want is for the price of fuel to go down, but we ain't doing shit about it. The fuel companies have a fucking stranglehold on everybody. Here's another thing. Oh, the backlog and this and that. How we were at the meeting.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna get it's not gonna get better anytime soon now with the price of fuel.
Right? Sometimes I just don't know what to think anymore. Like I had like a blank, literally like a blank moment right now. Like,
yep.
What?
Exactly.
Imagine all these episodes. So what could you change? And we're just here like fantasizing pretty much.
Yeah.
1,000 episodes. Episode 1001. Mm-hmm. And what would you do differently? Well, I would, make sure we all get along. I don't fucking know, bro. But we got to keep investigating. I call it like that, like a little investigation. The more you know, what we said earlier, the better equipped you are.
Yeah.
So right now, just picking everyone's brain, like putting a face to truckers and longshoremen, mechanics, whoever's in drayage or transportation, pretty much, right? Because we just see like the occupation. We don't see them like sometimes like the fucking people too, like us,
Yeah.
So,
dude,
but something's up. It just bugs me. Like no one, or maybe they do. It just, why is it not really like a burning desire, like to know, like get to the bottom of it? It's like
because no one wants to do the work.
Just
no one wants to do the work, and no one wants to be the one to be the one with the magnifying glass going, look, this is why. Because then there's money behind it,
and you take the heat,
and there's money behind it.
Yeah.
And now if you're cutting money out of someone's pockets, guess what? They're gonna come and get you. And that's why now I'm just like, you know what? It's not the ILWU. It's not because there's not enough drivers. It's like I told you. What I thought about it was with the whole appointment thing. And what was it? It was what else did I say?
The dinosaur equipment.
Oh, the equipment. I forgot what I said, and I said it. It's too outdated.
Yeah.
That's what I brought up. The fact that the systems that they use in the ports for appointments it's too old. It's outdated. It doesn't work efficiently. Like I told Mike that day. I was like, do we have more technology in these phones than they do in the damn ports? How the hell is it that the power is going down at TreePack because they only got one generator? Mm-hmm. Why? Why is it that port is having so many problems on a daily basis? All they say is, oh, the computer went down. Why? Fix that shit. There's so many problems, but there's not enough solutions because no one wants to do anything about it. And that's what I told you. Okay, why are we going to these meetings?
Because we want to figure it out. We want to bring awareness. We
need to bring somebody with a fucking hammer.
Huh?
But no, seriously. That's why sometimes I'm just kind of like, you know what? Let me just focus on me and what I'm doing, because I wish I could help and be one of the people that helps make a change like you, but no one's doing shit about it. Like there's no action. That's why when I see we're gonna stop work, man, you guys ain't gonna do shit. You guys ain't gonna do shit. No one does anything. Everybody's too chicken shit to do anything, to be themselves or to really do what they want to do. That little girl knows what she wants to do. The little 11-year-old that knows more than a lot of people out here.
Yeah.
She knows what she has. She knows who she is. I know it was kind of weird to bring that in, but it's to me the confidence. It's like, all right, cool, let's stop fucking. Yeah. I'm not saying let's go to the ports and start breaking shit. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying why are we having these problems? Why isn't anybody doing anything about it? All these meetings and the talk about this, that, and the other, everything costs money to do it, and just to even get a group of people together is going to cost money. So what's the context for? What are we doing it for? we know what we're doing it for, and that's to bring attention and educate and this, that, and the other.
The main goal is we want to provide for our families a better future, and it's not. We're already working on that, but the way things operate, it's just getting in the way. So it's not that we don't have goals for ourselves or dreams and whatnot. This is getting in the way, and we could see how we could make this be more efficient so that we could succeed. And you know what I mean? Switch it to where now everybody profits off of productivity and not just. I feel like certain stuff on that end, they don't want to repair things because that's what generates the profits. So like, if I'm a top performing terminal, let's just say, I'm not going to be able to collect any demurrage because I'm putting them out like hotcakes, right? So
you know what that reminds me of? What we were talking earlier, that old school mentality. Oh, it's 'cause that's just how they are. That's what that shit reminds me of. Someone giving, not saying you, I'm just saying someone giving excuses as to why shit is the way it is. Oh, because that's how they've been.
No, but that is how it is.
Exactly. No, but that to me just goes, what? Wait, what? What year are we in?
2022 BC.
We got all these regulations on emissions and all these stupid things, but the ports and the shipping lanes are doing shit from way
you're
back
about
when.
as frustrated as me then. You already know there's a problem, and the frustration is that like.
No, the frustration isn't with the problem though. It's with what can we do about it? There's a problem. We can't. The problem's not. It's not going to change.
We know the problem. The problem's been. We all share it now on social media. We all talk about it. That's kind of like what these movements are, like awareness of it. But now that we have your attention, what do we want? What are we gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, you're asking me.
Yeah. And generally speaking, like
I thought you were saying,
you know, like the house is on fire. The house is on fire. Hey, bro. Like, yeah, I know it's on fire. Like, okay.
Let's do something about it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why I enjoy going to the meetings and all that, and I'm looking forward to the one on Ontario. But that's the thing that's bothering the shit out of me.
And just so you know, like, don't think in the world of associations and stuff like that, I'm not mentioning names. I'm just saying there's always some that are in it, and they're kind of like wolves in sheep's clothing. They're there like representing, but they're really not. They're just involved to see how they can, you know, have an eye on things, the upper hand, and report back to whoever, so they could counter. Who knows? Maybe I'm full of it. I don't know. I just wouldn't put too much faith on an entity to save us. We have to save ourselves.
Of course.
And we can start like with, you know, being successful ourselves. Like, okay, like these guys don't want to learn something, then you do your homework and then you learn how to run a successful business, and that's your gate pass towards generational wealth, you know? I don't know how to say it, man. It's just like, because some people just want to complain and be saved. Like, you can't be saved. You have to do your part.
You know, people just find anything to complain about.
Yep. I'm getting depressed, bro. Let's get positive. What's your favorite thing about trucking?
My favorite thing about trucking. Favorite thing about trucking would be. I mean,
the ports are not nice to me.
My favorite thing about trucking is the independence.
Trucking with own authority.
I mean, even if you're leased onto someone, you still have that, you know, it's my truck, you know, but they're still gonna be like, hey, you gotta, you know. I like it. I like to. I don't feel like I used to. I don't feel like I used to before, where I would have to be there at a certain time. Which we still have appointments, but it's not like, hey, the punching in and punching out. Like I never liked that. I liked waking up. I set my alarm because I like, you know, using my day and trying to get as much done.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like the fact that I could work out, clean the house, do whatever I got to do, pay bills or whatnot, and then, I'm just gonna head to my truck and then go get there and just do it. I just like that.
You like that? Yeah.
Yes. The independence of it.
Or if you have something to do with your kids.
Oh yeah, of course.
You're not gonna go ask for permission.
No. I'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm no. You still have to have that respect with them. You're like, hey, I can't make it. All right, cool. You know, thanks for letting me know. It's not like just, hey, what happened yesterday? Oh, I didn't work. Well, you didn't tell us, you know? Yeah. Because they're still running a business too, just like you are yourself. Exactly. So you do have to have accountability on both sides. So, but it's still
nice.
And
they'll give work back también.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's always a nice feeling right there. just being at my pace. You get me? And I enjoy that. It gives me more time to do what I want.
Yeah, I did love that myself too. Good times.
Yeah, it was fun. Especially that day you gave me that hot dog.
How were they?
It's a fucking sticker.
I gave this guy the styrofoam container that you know, for food.
That was the first time we actually met in person.
Yeah.
And he fell in love with me.
And then I ran up to his truck and I'm like, you want hot dogs? Oh, fuck it, sure. And I gave it to him, and then he opened it, and inside it was hot dog stickers.
The hot dogs, the Soho ones.
Soho.
I was just like, man, I was like, why did I didn't even think about it. What kind of condition are these hot dogs going to be in his truck? And I was just like, wait a minute, what is going on? I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. But I'm just like,
this a-hole.
I wonder if you really gave someone hot dogs, would they actually have ate it?
I don't know.
I wouldn't
give anyone the Soho hot dogs because those would be for me.
Exactly. I probably wouldn't even make it that far.
You know? What would you do differently if you could go back in time?
True. Let me see. Let me pick a good one. I would have got my truck a long time ago.
You would have repoed a long time ago?
No. I meant I would have. We're so scared. People are so scared to fail.
Yeah.
That they limit themselves out of that fear. So if you go, oh man, I heard that fucking whoever had this bad experience. I hate that. I hate when people tell me something to talk me out of it. I didn't. I figuratively did it. That to me, if you're gonna tell me something already negative that you're gonna try to shut me out, keep it to yourself. You don't want to hear that shit. The negativity behind it. You know, everybody's gonna have different situations. I didn't give up on it. Hey, I lost my truck. Here we are again. You know, I would have told myself, get your truck a long time ago. I mean, I already have it paid off, thank God, but I would have done it a lot earlier.
Nice.
I would have had a couple by now. It would have been nice.
Yeah.
I still can do it. I think anybody that owns a truck, and especially if it's paid off, that's the best situation to do it. But right now, dude, right now is the best time for anyone that wants to get into trucking to get into trucking because we have it set right now.
Yeah.
It's because the drivers are in demand. So when I hear, oh, no, I'm just like, that's that's going back to what I was telling you earlier. I leave friendships when they start, it's because I can't, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you. You gotta start with, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear limitations. I don't want to hear I can't do this. I want to hear nothing.
Where's the emotional support, bro?
Fuck that. No, but seriously, if you yourself can't be strong enough for yourself, then there's something you got to work on.
Yeah.
The confidence.
Yeah.
I think everyone should want to do better for themselves as a person or even just as a parent. You know, like I want my kids to be like, dude, my dad busted his ass off, but he was there and he gave us what we needed, which was love. Yeah. And that's why I do what I do. There's a lot of people that limit themselves. Dude, if we didn't have people that limited themselves, we wouldn't have, and this is going to be so mean, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say this the nicest way possible. If we didn't have people who limit themselves to their, as far as their capabilities and what they can do in their performance in life, we wouldn't have, it's going to sound so mean. We wouldn't have people
the
working.
The more you say, the meaner it sounds, so.
We wouldn't have people covering the jobs that we don't want to do. There you go. That's the nicest way I can put it.
Somebody's got to do them.
Exactly. But you're limiting yourself to that. I know people that stay in jobs forever, and I'm just like, that's it. That's as high as you set the bar. This is my personal opinion. I hope nobody gets mad, but whatever. This is how I believe it. I feel like we only have one life. Run it. Yeah. Do what you can. People live their days, dude, just one day after another. Eventually, you're gonna get to the point where this motherfucker's empty, and that's it. That's all you did. I'm not living. Don't touch
my stuff, bro.
I still have the one in the same. I forgot to bring it. Well, anyways, what I'm getting at is, I'm gonna do. I'm 37. I don't know how many years I got left. You know, I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm not limiting myself anymore. I used to be my biggest.
You were in your way.
I was, no, that's my biggest barricade. I would stop myself from doing things, and life lessons and what I've been through. I'm grateful. I'm glad I grew up the way I did. I learned a lot about myself, and I wouldn't be who I am right now if I wouldn't have gone through all that. That's why I'm really adamant about self-help, progression, learning, especially with my kids. You know, and anyone that's even around me, they've all seen that change, and I'm very proud of it. You know,
I'm proud of you.
I gotta pee.
You gotta pee? All right, we're going to take a quick little pee-pee break. Yeah. We'll be right back.
I got to change my pad.
Strike 4. Damn, guys. All right, we're back.
You know whose Instagram I really like? I enjoy watching, like other than yours. Port Runners HD. That's a big one because, dude, is funny as fuck.
HD.
I don't know him. Dougie. I don't know him personally, but I know him through a friend.
I thought there was a Port Runners HD.
No. But I enjoy watching his feed because he makes it fun. Like he goes out of his way to make it entertaining, which car hauling isn't as entertaining, but he makes it entertaining. Yeah. And I enjoy that because I enjoy watching feeds like that, period, because it's empowering too. To me, it's just like, dude,
he's really good with the camera, you know?
Oh yeah, he's really good at it, especially when he does a little snap thing.
Yeah.
Like I wish I could do that in Ceviche pop up, but I shouldn't. I don't have the fingers. No. But anyways, I enjoy it. You get me? Like I like seeing stuff like that. That's empowering. That makes you go, okay, cool. Not because I'm in a competition, but what can I do for myself that's better? Yeah. You get me? Like it's a healthy competition. But I mean, obviously we're in two different businesses, but I feed off of it. And also my friend JP, which we have, that's our mutual friend. Yeah. I enjoy watching this because I remember when we used to work back at the Albertsons distribution center back in like 07, 08, and we were different. We were in different places, and he's got his business now. He does enclosed car hauling, and that's just dope. I love watching that stuff. Me, because I love cars, period, and watching them do that. Watching them succeed is what I get my kicks off of, because it's just like, hopefully someone is watching me hopefully still succeeding, and you feed off of that, you know? Like you want to keep going. Like Ricky and Thomas, that's a big one for me too. Like I didn't know Thomas personally, but I knew Ricky. And to see him where they're at now is amazing to me. Like I wish I could have done something like that, but I'm not hating on them at all. I love it. Yeah, I think that's dope, and that's why I've been working with them.
You can still do that. Mm-hmm. You had a lot of time to think during the break, huh? Looking at all the names down there.
Well, yeah, I'd seen it before, but the ones that I know. So, but
it's getting filled up.
It's
little
dope.
by little.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. That's why I wanted to bring my daughter, so I wish she could put a little stamp on it.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
Especially the guy with the rainbow flag.
Oh yeah, we're gonna draw a rainbow flag up here. I'm down with that.
Stupid.
Well, welcome back, and shout out to all them. What do you call it?
That came before me. Since you pushed me back to 29. That's cool.
Huh?
Nothing.
I don't get it. Oh.
There's 28 ahead of me that you wanted here before me. It's cool. Whatever.
Don't make it awkward, man. Number 29. No, now you can say after this episode, you can go, Soy la 29. Na,
you serious? Oh, God, I told you don't say that while you're on there. And then that was the stupidest song I ever heard in my life. I'm sorry. Hey, she got her money though, but that was the stupidest song I ever heard.
I think it has a good ring to it, bro.
What I know is, don't people
just do it once?
I'm all right.
All right, let's go. What did you want to be growing up?
What did I want to be growing up? I wanted to be a cop.
Do you remember why?
I like the authority. But I even went to school and everything. I went to community college, and I even went and took the test for the sheriff. Actually, last year when I got rid of my semi, when COVID and everything was going crazy, I was like, okay, let me go apply. I was in pretty decent shape, and I went, and the only thing I missed was the sit-ups. Mind you, I only had like a week to train the way they do for that prep. Yeah. And I didn't sleep. I was so nervous. Oh, man. I went and I drank 2 fucking 5 orange drinks. And I passed the written test and everything. And the only thing I messed up was on the sit-ups. I was just like, fuck. But then I didn't entertain it anymore because I let it go the first time when I was in school. And then I tried it this time because I was like, I'm done with trucking and this and that. But what the question I asked myself was, when I really said, is this something that I want to, because I could have done it, but I would have done it and I wouldn't have loved it. You get me? The question I asked myself was, am I okay with taking someone's life? And I said, no. And I said, okay, that's it. I mean, if I have to defend myself, yeah, of course, but not to do it for a living.
Not to say that that's all they do.
Exactly.
That can come with that.
Exactly. In those situations, not to say that that's all they do and blah, blah. I mean, I have respect for cops, you know. But that's the one that did it for me. I was like, I can't do it. Mm-mm. If I see, imagine you see a little kid running towards you with, yeah, I can't. I couldn't do it. That's when I said, nah, I can't.
Well, you did it in time.
Yeah, I know, right? At least I knew, because there's a lot of people, dude, that go to school and they follow these careers and then they go, it's not even what I wanted to do.
That's what it is.
I was at least be able to go, hey, you know what? I know I can't do that. Let me at least stick to what I know how to do, and that's truck driving.
Yeah.
And I love it. I wish I actually a diesel mechanic, which is another one that would have been done.
But you're a people person, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. I'm some people's person, but there's people. I know there's people. There's people that don't like me. Shout out to people who don't like me. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people you don't like.
Yeah, hey, thank you for not liking me. I appreciate that. You guys are the reason I do this. All my 12 followers.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's people that are not gonna like you no matter what, and I learned to go. They're not paying any of my bills.
You don't buy everyone strawberry shakes either. Huh? No. Thank you, man.
You're full. No, but you know what? There's gonna be a lot of people out there that don't like you, and the less you care, the better you'll sleep at night. Not to say that I'm perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. I made a lot of mistakes, and I did the hardest thing that I had to do, and that was work on myself and try to make better decisions, because sometimes you're not just hurting yourself, you know? So anytime I ever made a mistake, I learn from it. So that's why I feel like I'm in a better situation now, is because like any business, you got to make a lot of mistakes in order for it to get it right. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard anybody that just gets it right the first time, right?
How do you practice the not giving a fuck what people think part? Or is it still the same, except you still put yourself in the situation now?
No.
So now you don't avoid a situation because of that, but it's still there.
Yeah.
So does it go away?
I guess it's depending on the situation. I mean, it depends how you approach it too. Like if you're already coming with, everybody want to talk to you. Your personality and how you approach it is what is going to dictate how the outcome is. You get me? You come at somebody sideways, you ain't gonna get the result you want.
Yeah.
You could tell somebody they're a piece of shit in a nice way, and they'll be like, all right, cool, well, I get it, I understand. I don't like it, but I get it. So yeah, I don't really care what people say, to be honest. Once I really let.
But there was a time you did.
There was a time I did. I was very concerned. Like I said.
So how did that go? How's that?
What do you mean?
A scenario of you caring what people thought.
A scenario caring what people thought. Even how, because like I told you before, I was a little bit bigger. I was insecure about how I looked and how I dressed and just my comfort level, and it was always something where I would always, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna think? So I was never happy with myself because I was always so worried about what everybody else is gonna think, and I was always ended up making mistakes. You're never gonna do the right thing to certain people's eyes. What you got to do is do what you're gonna do no matter what. And if someone takes it the wrong way, then oh well. And unless you care about that person and you genuinely don't want to hurt them, yeah, apologize. You know, be it depending on the situations.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll say one. When I was younger, I borrowed my brother-in-law's motorcycle, and you know when you have those moments where you're like, man, I should have done that differently. I was driving his motorcycle. I just got to work and I was gonna go crash my chick. This was a long time ago. And he had a Suzuki. Kawasaki Ninja 636. And I had already been riding motorcycles for years before that, but I passed my exit, and as I was passing it, I told myself I should go park the bike and go get my truck. And I said, nah. Next exit, I was looking over because I was gonna switch lanes, so I went like that. And when I did that, a tow truck got in front of me. And as soon as I went like this, I felt it. I felt the impact before I hit it. I jumped up and I landed on top of the flatbed. The bike, done. I had a split second where things would have been differently, and I still didn't do it. I told myself, I need to go get my truck. Nah. When the nah happened is when I crashed his bike, and then I was in a financial jam because of that. And he was bad. You know? And that's what I'm getting at, is it just depends on the situation.
Fuck what people think.
Yeah. I mean, I wrecked it. I mean, what am I going to do? He was upset. People are going to give you shit. But, I mean, what can you do other than give them their money back? You get me? Nothing I could have done. But that's a particular situation because yes, I did crash his motorcycle. But other things, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck what you guys think. I used to let it consume me before, to where it was unhealthy. There's so many things that we do that are unhealthy, but if you dwell on it and you just let it get a hold of you, that's just gonna strangle you. It's gonna take your motivation away. It's gonna take your drive away, and that's how people get stuck in ruts. That's how I used to be.
And the more you do it, the more comfortable you're getting.
What?
The more you do it, the more comfortable you're getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's just easier to do that. Mm-hmm. It's easier just to get into those habits and not put the work in. You know, once I started working out, dude, and I'm not a fucking yoked up ass guy, but I'm in a lot better physical condition than I was before. Once I got to the point where it wasn't just because I have to go, I started liking it, and I started feeding off of it, dude. And I was just
that's good.
I would be like, I want to go work out. Mm-hmm. And if I don't work out, I'm like, fuck, I missed the chance. But then I'm like, okay, what's gonna stop me from not working out? Oh, okay, because I have something to do, and it has to be important. If not, then I have to work out, because definitely helps with my anxiety. Like my daughter knows, and anyone that knows me, I have pretty bad anxiety to where if I let it get a hold of me, I'm gonna be in bed, or I'm gonna be fucking drinking unhealthily, in an unhealthy manner, which I've done plenty of times before. Yeah, I'm not proud of it. People aren't proud of talking about what they've done that embarrasses them. Yeah, I'm okay with talking about it because it's not who I am anymore. I'll have my drinks, but I'm not sitting there to drown myself out. Yeah. You know? And that makes it easier because the more you work on yourself, the more you don't let little things like that bother you anymore. So where you become, this is why I'm at in this situation now. Because I don't want to go back and be that person anymore. Yes. You get me? Síganme para más recetas.
And yeah, that does suck when you get to that point where you... Hey, surprisingly enough, I haven't really had one of those moments since I got sober.
I'm proud. I was there that day.
Yeah, because
I'm proud of you. I told you, I'm like, hey, I'm happy for you. I've seen it myself, and I'm just like, you know, that's good. And it makes me happy to see you that way because you know what, I got to see it, and I was like, that's not where he wants to be. And now that you're in your situation now, I'm proud of you, dude. Proud of you. It feels good. You know, you don't. It feels good when you're happy for someone than when it's like, you know, fuck that fool. I don't like it because of this. Nah, there's people. That's a stupid ass mentality to have, dude.
Yeah, right now that you mentioned that whole bed thing, yeah, I would do that. The kids will be in the living room. I had every chance to play with them or whatever, but I would just sleep all day.
Because you let it consume you.
Like I didn't want to live through the day. I wanted to just sleep. It felt like a little shortcut out of that day, out of that experience. Like if I just sleep through it, get rid of this day, then the next day. You know?
I agree. There were so many moments in my life where everyone tries to pretend life is perfect. It's hard. It's not, and we're gonna fucking have shitty days. You know, but
it's never gonna end.
It's never gonna end.
I'm starting to see that, like, and that's the mistake we make, thinking that there's a spot, like a sweet spot that you can stay.
Once I'm here, nah, man, you always gotta keep working for it. Yeah. You always gotta keep working it. Just like right now, if I stop working out and stop drinking water, if I stop thinking in a healthy manner, I'm gonna get back just to where I was at. It's so easy to fucking fall into that shit, and it's so much harder to get yourself into a positive state of mind.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Mental health.
I know. I feel like I'm at an AA meeting. Hi, my name is Miguel, and I have a what?
Yeah, I've been going to those. It does feel like that.
You know what?
I think, but someone told me to stop comparing myself to them because then that's gonna be my downfall. Because it's like, oh, I'm not that bad. When you hear the other people's stories, you start like validating why you could still keep doing it. So that was kind of getting to me. So that's why the last couple meetings, I wasn't really enjoying them. I was like, I don't belong here, man. And it's like, you just feel like you're the exception. Like, well, nah, maybe, you know. Yeah. But I've done everything I could, bro. I've done this whole, like, I'll just have one. I'll just have 3. I'll just have it on the weekends. Or I'll just do it at the house to make sure I don't get out of control. Or around friends. Or it never works, man.
You know,
at least, and then I get mad at myself. Like, why do I gotta have this problem? Why can't I be normal?
You know what I realized when I've gotten A, and it didn't stick to me. The reason it didn't stick to me was it wasn't because of the drinking. That's why I stopped going. To me, it was the back office. It's not the drinking. It's not what I'm drinking. It's up here. Mm-hmm. When I went to therapy, because I suggest everybody go to therapy. That's the best thing you can do for yourself, period. As a person, as a parent, as whatever, get some help. Dude, we're all fucked up. All of us are. All of us have our demons. I have this, that, and I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it and I'm trying my best every fucking day. But when I went to therapy, dude, and I went in there like a little kid, like, because I was tired of how I was living my life and this is when I went through a separation. I really hit rock bottom, and then I was at the bottom, and I was just like, what the fuck? To lose my house, my business, my marriage. I was like, all right, something needs to give. But it wasn't the drinking. It was the lack of attention I was giving myself and to the issues that I was covering up with alcohol. That was the problem. Once I addressed those problems and I made peace with them and I forgave myself for the stupid things that I've done in my life and all of that stuff that came along with that, the reason why I was drinking, drinking wasn't an issue anymore. I drink. I have my drinks, but I'm not drinking to, cover up or use alcohol as a vice. You get me?
Yeah.
And that helped me so much more than going to then all I would hear is horror stories. I'm like, damn, I'm not that bad. But then that kept me in that same situation when I was doing I was like, oh, they're way worse than I am. I'm okay. That's how I justified it. So when I went and worked on myself and I dealt with all my demons and my problems and everything that I grew up with, that's when things changed for me. And it's been awesome. That's why I suggest people get it. If you're having a hard time, dude, reach out. There's always, even if it's not a professional or someone, just talk.
Yeah.
Just talk. And it's the best relief that you can have, dude. Just getting that shit out there. That's why when I'm not going to talk about other stuff here, but I'm comfortable with talking about the situations that I've been in because I made peace with them and because I learned from it.
Yes.
You get me? I'm not dwelling on that. Fuck that. I had my fucking life and this and man. I'm glad I went through everything I went through because I wouldn't be the person that I am right now. I wouldn't be the father I am right now. I wouldn't be the boyfriend that I am right now. Or the business owner, whatever. I wouldn't be the person that I am here with you right now. And I'm glad that we got to share that one moment. And I'm very happy for you, and I'm happy for myself, and I'm happy for everybody. You got
to see me in action, huh?
Yeah.
Bit. Yeah.
But you know what? It makes me feel good to see you doing good because it's a reflection that, like I told you earlier, I like surrounding myself with people who are like-minded. We don't have to be in the same financial situation, but as long as you're working on yourself, be it physically, mentally, I'm cool with you, and then we're gonna fuck with each other. You get me? But other than that, I don't really like fucking with people that are in the same rent. I know people that are still doing. No offense to people who are doing it. Fuck it.
Usually, if it starts with that, it will be offensive. So.
Yeah, I don't care. For our age, if you're around my age and you're still doing warehouse jobs and you're doing this, you're limiting your capabilities. That's why I said earlier, I'm glad we have the people that we have to cover those jobs, but it sucks because there's so many people out there that have so much more potential and they're just like this. Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah,
fuck all that. You know that ever since I lost weight, things have been getting easier for me.
How so?
Just interacting with people. How people.
Oh yeah, you posted up a selfie. What was it?
No, it's not that. It's not.
I felt cute.
Not
might delete later.
But what I'm getting at is, people gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
Not the good-looking people. I'm none of that. But what I'm saying is, when people want to be around you, it makes shit so much easier. Because now they give you information. Now they tell you things. Now they want you there. You get me? And it makes things so much easier. That's why that day I told you that I was there when we went to that the meeting.
Yeah.
I was nervous as fuck. I was like, I don't know any of these people. they're gonna be like, man, you're fucking. And I was scared.
Everybody loved you, man.
I was scared.
I think you got a lot of people going to it.
Yeah, and that felt good.
Yeah.
Not because everybody was happy for me. Like, oh yeah, good. I was happy that they liked what I had to say. Yeah. So to me, it felt good. You get me? And I fed off of that. But I was nervous as shit. I love talking when I'm in my comfort zone.
Me too.
I'm in their zone. Yeah. So to me, I was just like, remember you were like, man, I hate doing these fucking things. I'm just like, yeah, me too. And here I fucking go.
Yeah, like putting myself out there. It's like, yeah.
It's definitely nerve wracking, dude. People think, oh yeah, he likes to talk. No, sometimes when you gotta articulate and you gotta say something, you gotta make a point, and you're trying to say it the most efficient way possible. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. You gotta you gotta be ready to put yourself in an uncomfortable position in order to get what you gotta say. And being here was uncomfortable when I first got here. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I know you, and I was still like, fuck, other people are gonna watch that.
Yeah. But that's how I felt that day. It's like, come on, bro. From fucking being the way I was headed, you know.
You know what I was saying? I'm gonna cut you off. I feel like the smartest, dumbest person there.
Does
that make sense?
No. But don't explain. I mean, you
shouldn't
talk like that about yourself.
No. I just said it to myself because
you were there.
I was there. Yes.
A lot of people could have been there. They didn't show up.
Exactly. That's why I felt like the smartest, dumbest person, because I was there. I felt dumb because I didn't know anyone or what was going to happen, but I felt the smartest in the sense where even if I didn't know what the hell I was saying, I still stood up. Yeah. You got to be confident in that, because if you get up and you don't have that confidence, even if you're saying the right thing, you're going to sound like an idiot.
Yeah. It's not dumb. It's just that we really don't know what we're talking about sometimes when it comes to the more in-depth things of supply chain.
Yeah. And after it was done, dude, I loved it. I was like, I'm ready to go back to the next one. It was a great freaking time out there. Yeah. But like I told you, the only thing that got me, and this is my personal opinion, it's not about anybody else. I loved everything that was said there. The people who were passionate, the señora that was talking about all the $80,000 of demurrage. Oh my, are you serious?
Yes.
I was just like, I was blown away, and I'm looking forward to the next one. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that was the kickoff event for the SoCal Supply Chain Meetup group.
It was a good event. I honestly thought there was going to be a lot more people there, but even then I'm like, oh, I'm glad it wasn't that many people there, because it was a little bit more intimate.
Yeah.
And I think everyone that wanted to say something got their voices heard. But I definitely think a lot more people should go to those events, because I learned a lot more than you know.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of important things to say that don't say it. Yeah. That's why when that lady said that, I'm like, how do you, like with the one with Ricky and Thomas, where they said that they knew the company, they had a good relationship, and they were able to take care of that. But that lady, she goes, nah, I had to pay for it. $80,000 of demurrage fees. It's literally throwing your money away. And like you said, that's where they make their money. Yeah. And that's why I emphasize that they need to update their systems. The cranes, the UTRs, all that shit, they're as efficient as they're going to be until they completely go automated, whatever. The oh my God, what did I call it? The software that they use. Oh my God, what's the word for it? I can't believe I forgot.
Equipment?
No.
Technology?
No. Yeah. Well, basically, yes. Okay, let's run with that. The ones that they use is so outdated. That's why they have so many damn problems. It's not because there's a lack of appointments. It's because the system that they use is so faulty. And Ricky, Thomas, multiple people tell me, oh, all I do is click, y no les entra. The appointments don't go through. It's not because they're not there. So now you have all these useless ass appointments, but you can't get a spot, and now you're getting fined.
And there's no transparency.
There's no transparency. True. And that's why I brought up that point where they should have like an OSHA to that, where they have someone that watches everything. That's a bipartisan party, and they just take care of the bookings. Like have one system where all the ports, like I told you, like a dispatcher, I'll say, but with accountability, where you got all these ports that are getting all the appointments from all the carriers through that one system, and then it makes all the appointments, and they're the ones that go, hey, yeah, you made the appointment, but what are you guys doing wrong? You get me? They could use part of that money for the demurrage, because there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of demurrage. Why can't they use that and get that system so that way the ports don't really have to deal with it? They could have someone like basically outsourcing that part. You get me? They could have someone that has good technology, good software, and then send it to their stupid ass Dino fucking software system that they use. You get me? That's the one I was talking about.
They haven't changed it for a reason, and I know money is not
it is. They don't want to invest in it because at the end of the day, it comes out of their overhead. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Some of these speakers, you have to repeat yourself like 2 times, and if you don't get it right, you get skipped. Horrible, man.
Oh man, the other day, this lady got on the pedestal, and she goes, "What did she say?" She didn't even ask me a gay pass or nothing. She said gay pass, and I was like, gay pass. I'm like, ma'am. I was like, I guess she pushed the button and was talking. I mean, I'm sorry. I guess she didn't push the button when she was talking to me to activate her microphone. So she didn't hear me respond. So she went back on it again, and she was all mad. And I'm like, ma'am, I didn't hear you the first time. What's good? I'm like, no. I was like, I didn't hear you. This is my gate pass. And she goes, oh, okay. By the end of it, she goes, okay, sweetie, I'm sorry about that. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
This is how you talk to people. You know, you can't get mad at someone that's talking to you politely as much as they want to go and flip out on you. It takes
one,
work,
2, 3.
dude.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's my gate pass.
Oh my god. Yep. We make it hard on ourselves. People complain, about the IOW, que los choferes. No, it's just that if there's too many of us, there's so many different personalities, dude.
Yeah.
It's just, if you had a bad day and you go to work, guess what? Everybody's going to have a bad day because you had a bad day.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to leave that shit at home. And that's a really unhealthy thing to do. Is if you're having a bad day at work or whatever, either you take it to work or you take it from work to your personal life, and that shit just stay in the fucking truck, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're sharing, projecting all that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what they're going through. Yeah, and we got to deflect it.
Dude, you don't know how many times.
There's a lot of times how that people ruin my day because they had a bad day. So they just rubbed off on me, and their interaction, and you're just mad, and you don't know why anymore. After a while, you're like, why? It
takes 1 second.
Mad? You know
just
what I mean?
1 second, it'll piss you off.
The pivot is like, it's real.
It's just like being at an intersection. It's like, which way am I going to go? Yeah, actually, there you go. It's like being at an intersection at every situation that you're in your life. You could either take it a positive way, you could take it a negative way, or you could just go ham and F everything up. You get me?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how you take it.
Since we're here around port stuff, is there anything you would change at the ports? Like, if you could change something, what would that be?
The software system.
You would change all that equipment?
Mm-hmm. I'm adamant about that. I think that's the one that we can fix. Mm-hmm. And that'd be the best solution because it's all based off of that. It's like driving a semi, right? You got a big fucking badass Peterbilt 379. Really nice. Fucking decked out and everything, right? But you got a fucking Volkswagen Beetle motor in it. Shit ain't gonna go too fast. The cranes, the UTRs, all that stuff, everything works. It's just a matter, you have congestion and whatnot, but it's a matter of the operating systems that there you go. That's what I meant to say. The operating systems that the ports run is what is the biggest thing. How many times haven't you seen, how many times have you reposted, we've been at export for so long of time that the system is down. Why the fuck are the systems going down? These are ridiculous. Some of the richest companies in the world. Why? Because money. Yeah. It's not just because it's going to cost them money to update their operating systems. Mm-hmm. It's because they generate money with their slow ass operating systems.
But the thing is, they work independently. Like, one terminal can't tell the other one how to run their system.
Mm-hmm, exactly. I believe, so. Yes, exactly. That's why everybody loves LBCT.
Unless there was one that communicated with all of them, and everyone's on the same page. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
At the moment, you have any side hustles?
No, because my energy's up somewhere else. I'll talk to you about it after. Woo! No, it's not too bad. No, but I thought about it, but I don't want to... I don't want my attention and my energy to be worn out too thin. You get me? Yeah. I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I thought about getting a driver, but I can't. If someone fucks my shit up, I'm gonna go to jail.
You already been through that, and it wasn't a driver, but it was that situation.
It's
so
just
I don't think you want that.
It's hard. It's hard right now. It's the driver's market. That's why I said if anybody wants to get the Class A, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but dude, you'll make it back in about a month or so once you start. Right now is a perfectly good time to get into this and to try to make better money. But for me, I'm good. I'm really good.
Cool.
I would like to, because I don't want to drive forever as much as I enjoy it, but I'd rather be in the backgrounds. I feel like I still don't think I've tapped into all my potential. You get me? I still think I could do a hell of a lot more. And I'll say it later. I'll tell you later.
I'm excited. Do you have any crazy porch stories?
Yeah, but I can't share it.
Oh,
I'll tell you later.
Oh, fuck. How about this? Have you shit in a bucket? You tell me later. Too.
Yep.
All right.
I don't give a shit who thinks that's nasty.
Oh yeah. Oh, you have.
I have.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm on the side of the road too. Hey.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not gonna be uncomfortable.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Exactly. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna explain to yourself? Oh man, I shit myself. Why?
Because shit in a bucket ain't right.
Dude, the ones for the day caps, I feel bad for people who got day caps.
Yeah.
Because that shit's horrible. That's why I'm just like, I like the fact that I get to get away from the driver's seat. I go in the back. I crank up my tunes.
Excuse me.
And just space out, dude. That's why I like working on my truck and doing the things, because it's my office. Just like you did all this, I'm doing my little things, and I've done my things into the truck to make it my own and make it my space, because it's my office, you know. And it's comfortable. I got I'll cook wings in there. Yes, I made protein burgers, wings, all kinds of stuff in there. Yeah, I got an air fryer in my truck. Okay. I got a microwave in there, fridge, all that stuff. A nice stereo. You can hear me coming. It's fun.
Is there? Do you have anything else you want to add? I think we're at the end of it.
Oh, okay. I got going. If you're going 55 in the second lane, I will make you very uncomfortable. Ooh. If you guys are in the fast lane going slow as shit, what I do is I pull up next to them and I just hang out there. And then I get these immediately.
Why?
Fuck you doing in the fast lane? Get the hell out the way. I hate that shit. Mm-hmm. Why? Especially the Albertson Stater brothers. Shout out to the people at Black Horse. They're the only food service company that I know that them drivers. They get it done. Mm-hmm. Like they're not by the hour like that. So, but anyways, I hate that. That's my biggest pet peeve, dude. My biggest pet peeve is why are you in the second? And then if you got your high beams on, oh my god, I lose my shit. I lose it. I turn on my rear. I got.
Yeah.
You know.
I used to like doing that too. But I think sometimes people just lose track of what. I don't know.
I have to calm myself down sometimes. I'm just like,
how do you not realize you have your high beams on?
People are inconsiderate.
Or like, you have all the space to move over for someone, but you don't. Mm-hmm. And you know they're on your ass. Mm-hmm. So now you purposely, you know what I mean?
One that I wish I was there and I posted it. I posted on there was that dumbass musician from fucking Fuerza Regida that fucked up the freeway to put on his stupid ass show. I'll say it. Fuck him. He stopped the freeway to play his little performance on the freeway. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Why? The traffic was miles long just because him and his stupid ass buddies are out there fucking playing music on the fucking freeway.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, I was just, man, I was like, man, I hope they find his ass. That's stupid. We got working people out there. Diesel's already freaking crazy as shit, and gas is already crazy as shit. We don't need stupid ass people like that just because they want to get some attention. Man, get the fuck out the goddamn way. Let the men through.
They played their instruments on the freeway?
Yes, I'll look it up. I'll show it to you. Fucking idiot. Oh man, that pissed me off. Interesting. And the other day, I told my cousin about it, but there was like 4 Mustangs and a Camaro racing each other on the freeway, and I like seeing it. I love racing, everything. But what they were doing was fucked up because they were slowing everybody down And then they would take off. And they didn't do it just once. They did it like 6 times. By the last one, I said, okay. And I'm talking to my buddy, and I'm like, watch. If they slow down and they're right in front of me, I'm going to go around them. They slowed down. I went around them, got in front of them. They went like this. Motherfuckers, get the hell out the goddamn way.
Oi.
I don't know. I don't put up with that shit, man. That's just stupid. Like, we're out here working. Get the fuck out of the way. If you're going to do it by all means. But don't sit here and then continuously do it, man. Get out of the way.
They were having fun with you guys.
I mean, I get it. I was young too, but do it a couple times. Yeah, but yeah, you guys are just literally slow. Dude, we're going 20 miles an hour. That's how I got around them.
Wow.
I was like, fuck that. And yes, I need to be a little bit more patient. I guess we all need to. But the difference between me and a lot of people is what I think I say it. The filter between my mouth and my brain isn't working.
Well, that's how you end up there.
Yeah. And then sometimes I feel like I have to talk myself down sometimes because I'm like, I'm going to get myself in trouble. I'm going to get my ass kicked. Fuck it. Well, we got too many people who are scared to speak their mind.
Yeah.
Not to say you have to speak your mind in violence, you know? You can sound confident.
Or sometimes even silence is powerful enough.
That too. But depending on the circumstance.
It matters when.
Exactly, the circumstance, yeah.
Yeah. So where can they reach you at? Anyone wants to slide in the DM?
I don't want nobody to reach me.
No?
No. Yeah. A lot of people don't have my number. I like it that way. I like the piece of a lot of people don't have my number.
Social media or something?
At Leilas Transportation, man. Yeah, that's it.
I'll put that.
If you guys like me, I love it. But if you don't, I love it more.
All right, man.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people. I did switch my phone number, so a lot of people don't have my phone number, and that's cool because
purposely.
If I did, yes, we'll talk about that. But I feel like if you didn't call me when I had my number that everyone had,
yeah,
you don't need it.
Kind of like something in the garage that's been there 3 months.
Oh, I love that.
If it's been there so long, you can live without it.
I'm not that person. You know that? My garage is clean.
Mine is dirty.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
You went and got some merch from it.
Hey, remember that blue airline hose that you gave me? I gave it to my buddy. I already had one. I gave it to him. Hey, I'm like, guess who's this from? It's, thanks, man. If I don't need something, I'm going to throw it out.
Yeah.
Be it friendships, being something that I have in the garage. If I don't need it, it's not going to take up my space. Get rid of it. A lot of people hold on to a lot of shit. It's the hardest thing to do is to let go of stuff.
Hey, man. Okay, man. Well, thank you so much for coming. I'll clean my garage. I mean, we'll see you on the next one. I gotta pick his brain. He's got some behind the scenes information. So let's see.
Yes, sir.
Thanks again for tuning in, and
sorry about that.
Yeah, like I said,
you're gonna lose all your followers. Remember, you hit 500. They're gonna be like,
catch you on the next one.
All right,
peace.
Thank you. Appreciate it. What was that?
Bubble guts.
Oh my god.